What's up guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, we're going to learn how to create effective ChatGPT prompts. So there are 6 aspects that you need to pay very close attention to. So the first one here, you need to be very clear and specific. So you need to create your prompts that provide clear instructions or ask specific questions to guide the model's response. Clearly define the desired outcome or the information that you are seeking to obtain to elicit more accurate and targeted responses. Alright, always remember when you're communicating with ChatGPT, it is very crucial to make sure that ChatGPT understands what you want and what you need. Alright, so let's move on to the second one here. Set content and constraints. Provide relevant context or constraints in your prompts to guide the model's understanding. Specify any limitations, requirements, or boundaries to ensure the model generate responses within the desired scope or framework. So actually, it really depends on what type of output that you want to be generated by ChatGPT. If you want ChatGPT to be as creative as possible, you want ChatGPT to be as imaginative as possible, then you shouldn't have too many constraints. But if you want the output to be very specific, then make sure you add relevant context and constraints to your prompt, right? So yeah, that's the second one. Let's move on to the next one here. Use examples or demonstrate expected format. Consider providing examples or demonstrating the expected format for the desired responses. This can help the model understand the structure and style you are seeking, improving the chance of generating responses that meet your expectations. So actually, it really depends on what you're doing with ChatGPT. So if you're just asking, very basic questions, then most likely you won't need this. But if you're asking ChatGPT to generate you a pretty complex template or maybe a pretty complex script for your ad copy, and you want the output to be exactly match your expectations, then obviously you will need to provide some examples to let ChatGPT know, hey, actually this is my expected output, can you make it like this? All right, so that's number 3. Let's move on to the next one here. Experiment with different phrasing. So try to experiment with different phrasing or variations of prompts to explore how they influence the model responses. Small changes in wording can often lead to significantly different outputs, so iterate and refine your prompts to achieve the desired outcome. So I totally get it. This is like the most annoying part. You're going to do a lot of trials and errors, but honestly, if you're serious about learning prompt engineering, that's what it takes to be expert at prompt engineering, guys. You need to be willing to spend some time doing trials and error to see, okay, we're getting closer to our goal, so it seems that we need to add this, right? And the only way you can get better is by practicing more and more every day. All right, so that's number 4. Let's move on to the next one here. Number 5, be mindful of length. All right. So sometimes you're utilizing ChatGPT to generate you a pretty complex output. And I totally get it, guys. Sometimes you have a paragraph long prompt or maybe 5-6 sentences long prompts, and it's totally fine, right? I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but it's going to be way better if you are willing to break down that complex prompt into like smaller pieces, into like more simple pieces, so ChatGPT is going to be able to understand better like what you actually want, right? And yeah, that's number 5. Let's move on to the next one here. Emphasize your instructions and intentions. Right? So sometimes when people are writing their prompts, they don't really specify what they want. They don't really specify the instructions. Hey, ChatGPT, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Right? So sometimes they don't really specify that part, and it's going to leave ambiguity and makes ChatGPT wonder, hey, actually what you want me to do, right? So it's better for you to clearly emphasize your instruction or intentions in your prompt, right? Make it very clear so ChatGPT is going to be able to understand what you actually want or maybe what output that you're seeking to get. So yeah, that's all right? I'll see you guys in the next video.